Radio, and I've got another amazing band to chat to. The only downside is I can't pronounce the name, so I'm going to let him introduce himself because today I've been trying to say the name and it sounds a bit like this when I've been doing it. So just have a little listen.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Ham.
Ham.
Burger.
Burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
It's not Damburger, hamburger.
I'm not saying.
So, introducing. Would you like to pronounce your band name properly? Because I cock it up all day.
Yeah. So, hello, I'm Charlie. I'm in the Superlatives.
Superlatives. Right, okay, yeah, Hambergeeeer. I'm still doing it now.
Got it.
Janice has been giving me a right rollicking all day. Kurt, you've got to get the name right. I said, for a lot of people like that, I'm dyslexic and now, just an excuse behind it. I've tried and tried today and I just couldn't get your name right. I just can't do it. But anyway, hopefully we'll get it right one day. And thanks
You're not the first person to get it wrong, mate. Don't worry, honestly.
And thanks very much because what you did on Twitter, you actually put you at a gig with it on there, which was great. So I should have just took that Shana, and just use that to announce you. But it's great to have you on board, and we're doing a series of these, introducing for people to. Well, there's bands that are out there what we want people to be aware of, and not what a better way of doing it than having a conversation with them, live streaming and on video. I think it's great. So if you're watching this on YouTube, some of it won't make sense because what I'm going to say now is if you're on the live chat, drop a comment in there and keep it. We've not had any untoward ones at the minute. We've not had any nasty ones or anything. So if you are on the live chat, let us drop in there. If you've got a question, we'll pose it to the band. I'll tell you what, we'll let that all warm up. We'll start off with a track. I've got a few tracks lined up. I've gone in chronological order. I know, but from two. Yeah, I know. For the stupid ones out there, that means I've gone in order from 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've probably got it wrong now. 2017 is it? But what will you do with me? Is that the?
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So just before we play it, what's this about and how did this all come about, this track?
It came about just thrashing it about in the studio. It's quite a simple, short, hard-hitting little punky number. I suppose if it's about anything, it's just about me being such a pain in the ass, really.
Cool. We've got another one joined us now, so we're another band member. Right, we'll play this track and then we'll be right back with you. Have a listen to this, people.
Crazy, don't know what to do, when I'm not around. And it's
Paul. So just joined us. It's a Duggystone Radio introducing, and we've been joined by another band member by the looks of it. Good evening.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah. Just set me going then, because I've had to change all my graphics round. You've messed me screen up. No, it's cool. It's cool to have two of you on anyway. So introduce yourself.
So I'm Jamie. I'm the drummer of the band,
Cool.
and I'm late because I was doing my day job, unfortunately.
Well, we're not, like a lot of us. A lot of people we talk to doing the day job, which is tough, isn't it? It's and it's amazing, really, that bands like yourselves are producing the work they're producing and doing a day job as well. So that shows commitment to what you're doing, really, doesn't it? You know.
It's hard work.
So
Keeps us busy though.
What's your day job then?
Me, marketing and communications specialist for a steel company.
Fantastic. That sounds interesting. Yeah, there you go.
It's all right.
Anyway, back to the interview. So we just played that first track because he says it was a pain in the ass. So I've got 3 or 4 tracks lined up to have a conversation. And like we said at the start, you missed the first bit, but just a chat between a few people. That's how I like my interviews to be, as if we just met in the pub or in a cafe or something. We're having a beer or a coffee and we're just nattering away about what you're doing. So how long have you been together as a band?
Oh God, about 17 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we all met in high school. I think we started up when we were about 13, and we've all hit the dreaded 30 now. So yeah, about 17 years this year.
Wow, 30. I'm 56. Don't worry about being 30. That's just you're just playing at it. I hadn't even gone to Amsterdam when I was 30. I was just about to leave about a couple of years later and find myself. So there's time, yeah. So it's unbelievable. Don't know where the time goes, but even you guys at 30, that it just got, it's like a blink of the eye, isn't it? You know, one moment.
Yeah, it has done. It's gone proper quick, to be fair.
I
Don't know where it's gone. We're all going grey and horrible now. So it's not as glamorous as it once was, but we're still plugging away.
Oh, yeah, cool. So how long have you been playing? 17 years then, from school right through, have you? Is that what you've been doing, or is that just a recent thing when you came together as a band?
No. We met when we were 11, when we first started, and we didn't start in the band till about 13. And I basically told Jamie he was going to be a drummer and told me he was going to play bass, and that was it, basically.
Yeah. No input from us. That was it. Just you're doing this, and 17 years on, we're still doing it.
Now that's interesting, because at the time, could either of them play an instrument, or did they have to learn?
Jamie couldn't. I don't think Tom played bass at the time either.
So, no. Some say you can't now, but I mean, who am I to say? So that is really bold, isn't it? You're going to be a drummer. I can't drum. Yeah. Learn. You're the bassist. Get learning. You know, that's fantastic. I love that. And to be together from that early age right through, that's fantastic. So you mates then, yeah?
Yeah. Well, we're sick of each other now, but yeah, we were.
Well, you will be. Every relationship, family, marriage, you all get pissed off with each other from time to time. It's natural, isn't it? It's normal, you know.
No, to be honest, we've never had major falling outs. We'll squabble like anyone does, but we've been mates that long that it blows over in an hour or so. Do you know what I mean? But it very rarely happens, to be fair.
Yeah, I get it. There's a couple of people that I'm close to, family and friends, and, you know, we can have a rant and a rave, you know. Like my lad came out before looking for something and wanted to, I won't go into detail, I wanted to help him somewhere, and we're both at the other ends of the garden, he's shouting at me and I can't hear him, and he's like, oh! So he got an F off and then helped me, and then a big cuddle afterwards. Thanks very much for helping me. Anyway, you've got a fan on here, Stalker Paula, favourite person from Belfast. Hey guys, hope you're both good. Looking forward to a new tune. That's what she said anyway. So there you go.
Yeah, we know Paula. Hello, Paula. Love you. All right.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. Eddie, this is a standard question from Eddie King. He's one of the directors of Duggystone Radio, and this is the sort of mentality of him. Do you have a tour van? He asks every band now. That's his question he asks every time. Have you got a tour van? And if so, what is it? That's what he wants to know.
We've had a few. We've had many a tour van. It's usually me buying bits of rubbish that I've found. We've had an LDV minibus that I had to rip all the seats out of.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't legally allowed to drive it with that many seats in.
Oh, got
That
you.
did about 50 mile an hour. Because if we did any more, it'd overheat. The bonnet was gaffer taped down. You could see right through to the floor from the gear stick.
Brilliant. Love it.
We had a few Transits, a few Peugeot Experts, and we've just got the nicest one we've ever had, which is a nice little Citroen Dispatch, which is finally a bit more grown up. But yeah, we've had loads of bangers.
Excellent. There you go, Eddie. That answers the question for you, son. He'll sleep tonight now until the next artist comes on. He'll be asking. See, the band we interviewed yesterday said, no, we all drive in separate cars. I said, why, do you hate each other or something? So they all go in separate cars to one place. It's not very environmentally friendly, but that's what they do. So that's that. Oh, someone's saying, what's your favourite tune to perform?
Oh,
Mine will be the one you've just played. What Will You Do With Me?
Yeah, it's good, that, isn't it? It's good. Well, they're all good. They're all the lively tunes, aren't they? All of them.
Yeah, I like the higher energy songs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree with you. You want something that lifts you up, doesn't it? And that's what some of the bands we've been talking to. They're all uplifting tunes, and it's pretty cool to do that. Citroen, Eddie's liking that. Keep dropping your comments on it. Any questions, we'll ask the band. Let's see. Oh, someone said, which band member comes up with the lyrics? Dan, that's something that always comes up a question is, what's the sort of process? Because some bands, one person does this and one person does that. And what's your creative process?
It's usually me that does the lyrics, but musically, we all throw us 20 pence in. Do you know what I mean? So whatever I bring to them at the start, it might sound completely different by the end, do you know what I mean? But lyrically it's me, but to put everything together it takes all three of us. I don't do it on my own.
No, that makes sense. It's good when you contribute, and you tend to find that a lot, don't you, that one person is more you don't get it often where it happens every now and then where you've got two or three in the band that will do the lyrics, but generally it tends to be one person, doesn't it, all working together. So
it's not a said rule. I don't make it like that. It's just that them two just can't be asked. After 17 years.
You're a lyrical genius, Charles. Why would we take that away from you?
Thank you.
I feel your pain because I've got the same. Kirk will do the blogs and the interviews and the editing and all. Oh, yeah, he'll do all that. Yeah. Oh, I don't know how to do it, Kirk. Yeah, I know you don't. Yeah. Thanks. So, yeah, I feel your pain, man. So you've actually got a gig this week, haven't you, in the Foundry in Sheffield, 26th of Feb? No,
it got cancelled, unfortunately.
Has it? Oh,
yeah.
Really? What? Because the dreaded COVID, or? No.
I think something to do with the band changing the venue or the date or something, and we just couldn't make what they'd rearranged it. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not there this week.
Oh, bummer. Bummer. So have you got anything else lined up? Any other gigs?
We've got a few things lined up. Yeah. This is where we need Rob because he organises our lives.
Well, it's
we're off to Scotland in July, playing Glasgow and Inverness. Jamie, anything else?
I'm just looking now. We've got some books. We've just booked 360 Club, the library in Leeds. That's later on this year. We've got a few.
Excellent.
Tom's getting married, you see, so we've got a little bit of a break at the moment from gigs.
Right.
So yeah, but we do have a few booked in for later on in the year.
Cool.
Just follow us on Twitter and add us on Facebook and everything.
Going to say that,
like normal.
Sound, yeah. Well, it's good to ask if you've got anything on. That's all I'm interested in. And it is also interesting because I think we've interviewed several bands now, and a lot of them are going to Scotland. Everyone's going to Scotland for some reason. They must be after entertaining up there.
One of the best places to go and play, to be honest with you. We absolutely love going up there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I've been a couple of times, 2 or 3 times to Scotland, but I went on a motorcycle tour last year, and that was phenomenal in September. So nice people, aren't they? Generally, they always welcome the bikers. They don't like camper van drivers, but they like the bikers up there. It's great. So
yeah, I mean, they just like going out and watching bands. And you always meant to feel welcome. I remember we were playing in some pub in Glasgow. I can't remember what it's called, but when we were setting up, some guy came over and he was, "Oh, you're playing covers?" And says, "Oh no, it's all his own stuff," and that's usually when a lot of people turn off, don't they? Because they want a nice covers band. And he went, "Oh, brilliant! I'll stay."
Oh, excellent.
You know what I mean? And that just sort of summed up the attitude to it to me. And we're like, "Oh, that's brilliant! Yeah, nice and cheers."
Cool.
So yeah, we do like it up there.
Excellent. And obviously they like you because you're going back up there. I'll tell you what, we'll take a little, we'll have a break. Well, not a break, but we'll have a musical break. And we've got this one, I think this must be from 2019. Is it Take Me Home? Is it
Take Me Home, yeah.
Yeah.
So, people, have a listen to this. Go and follow them on the old Twitter. They'll tell you what they're called, but it's in the description, so just put that in.
Just take me.
All right, baby.
So just take me and make me do what you do. 'Cause I'm tired and I can't pick a fight no more. So just hold me and fold me, make me like you. Just let me know what we're fighting for. So just take me and make me do what you do. 'Cause I'm tired and I can't pick a fight no more. So just hold me and fold me, make me brand new. Just let me know what we're fighting for. Just take me home. You can stay if you wanna, but I can't understand why you'd ever really wanna run cold. Yeah, I got the touch of leather, but I'm not anchored down. I got a conscience like a feather. I'm sold on all I see, and up my nose goes all I believe in. I'm bold, but yeah, people like me know we're never gonna be alone. I'm trying all so unfold me, then mold me, break me in two. You set the scene, I'll just tag along. You could please me, it ain't easy to keep it inside. Just tear me down, you can steal my pride. Just take me home. You can stay if you wanna, but I can't understand why you'd ever really wanna run cold. Yeah, I got the touch of leather, but I'm not anchored down. I got a conscience like a feather. I'm sold on all I see, and up my nose goes all I believe in. I'm bold, but yeah, people like me know we're never gonna be alone.
There you go. Dig it up. Just joined us. We're talking to the Superlatives. I think I got it right. I hope I got it right anyway.
You didn't know.
No, they got it wrong.
Superlatives.
Superlative. They say, I keep getting it wrong. I'm going to get it wrong. Here, we better get back to this, haven't we? Here we go. Hamburger. Where are we?
Saying Dimburger. I said I would like to buy a Dimburger.
I'm not
I
going
would like to buy a hamburger.
I'm not saying it ever again. I'm really sorry, lads. Honestly, I'm just a complete gonk.
You'll have to soundbite it once. and leave it on a button. So when you want to say it, press the button.
That's what I'm going to have to do. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm very embarrassed. Honestly, it's horrible. I'm just a dyslexic fool, but there you go. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, that's cool. I like it. I like your tracks. They're familiar yet not familiar, aren't they? If that makes sense. Your sound is quite is a familiar sound. It's something you can get into. You think, I like this. It's really cool. Yeah, love it.
But at the end of the day, you're only playing what's in your record collection, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? That's how everyone makes their own tunes. So
yeah, I think you're right. And you just mash it up, don't you? But anyway, I'm interrupting you there. But go on. Yeah.
I mean, we've all got what we're into. Tom's probably got the best music taste out of a lot of us in terms of how broad it is, but that's the lad that's not here, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's what you do, and then you just take it in different directions with what mood you're in or what's going on or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So
cool.
Things aren't going to trigger an ear unless they do sound. There's a familiarity about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they accept them somewhere.
Yeah, no, I like it. It does sound like you've said that you've been together for quite some time. I think you can feel that in the music. It just feels normal, feels natural. It's easy. Yeah, I can get into this. Does that make sense? I'm not saying you're copying anyone. And what I'm saying, is it's a sound that you go, yeah, I get this. I know what this is about. I'm liking this, and I'll learn the lyrics as I go along. And yeah, I'm comfortable with it. I really like it. So Rob's been on. He says. He's got 9th of July in Leeds, 17th you're going to sunny Wakefield, lovely place. Then you got Scotland, 15th for 16th of July, might be nice then. 12th of August back in Leeds. There you go. That's what he's saying. Anyway, Rob Damage.
Thank you, Rob.
Rob Damage is his name on here.
So he's the unlucky fella that has to manage this ragtag of a band. We do his head in completely. He'll be screwing at home. Because we didn't know all them dates.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, but you can't remember everything, can you? Do you know what I mean? You can't be the creative geniuses for the band and remember all your. You know what I mean? Some people are good at that, and some people are good at that. So there you go. You do the lyrics. Let him deal with all the other stuff.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Hopefully, I've pulled you out of that. I saw some because I was looking for some videos of you, and I'm trying to find them on YouTube. There's one where you're doing a gig. I think you're setting up for a gig. And you've got there's a lad. He's got one of your T-shirts on. He's Down syndrome, and he's playing the drums. And I thought, that was absolutely brilliant. Is he related to any of you, or is he?
No,
just a fan?
I think Rob met him on Twitter actually, and he just said he was a really big fan of the band. So it was actually the first gig we did after like the big COVID break and all that.
Yeah.
Which was in Widnes, and we'd never been, and it was a brilliant little venue, and I can't remember what it's called. But it's right in the side at River Mersey under the bridge.
Right.
Ace little venue. The what? Sorry, Jim?
Was it the Snake or something like that?
Yeah, the Snake. I thought it was Ace.
Yeah, it was a good venue, yeah.
But we invited him down and, we just got him messing about on the drums and having a laugh. And, that's what everyone was there for, because it was like freedom again, wasn't it?
I thought it was... No, I really like that. I thought that's really nice. I thought, I'm not sure if he was a fan or he was a relative, and I just thought, well, you know what? That's absolutely brilliant. That's the sort of thing we should be doing. It says a lot about you as a band to, hey, hang on a minute. We don't want that. Sorry. I'm trying to find the video on the music stand. It's a car crash today. What's going on? It's normally been all right. Messing it up. But yeah, I think that I was trying to find the video to show it to people. I just think that's a nice thing to do. And you're right. It's about your fan base, isn't it? It's about the people that are around you who support you.
Yeah, it was a nice thing for him and I think his brother and his sister, Carrie. It's a nice thing for them to get off their asses and come down at gigs. I was doing so well, so.
Yeah, and I think when it's sort of all started open up, it's made a difference, hasn't it? There's that sort of there was a different vibe, I think, when things started to open up, weren't they? Around, which is a lot better. So are you finding there's people have been quite are really looking forward to seeing you again? Are you getting a lot of activity from where you're playing? We want to come and see you. You're getting that?
Yeah, we played Wakefield the week, and that was really busy, which was good. Some top little bands on as well. They just say people are happier just to be out again. I think you realise what you're missing, don't you?
Yeah.
Whether it has a long-term impact on, the music scene is yet to be seen. But I hope it does.
Yeah, me too. I think there's a definite different feel to everything, and you're right. I hope it stays because what's needed, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Because before that, it was there's too much going on. You can do everything at home now, so people just weren't going out, and it was a struggle. And then people thinking, why am I going to pay £10 to go watch 4 bands that I've never heard of? And do you know what I mean? When everything's on Spotify on my phone.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's a lot to compete with, but I think getting out the house in itself is, it's like a treat now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went to a gig just before Christmas, and it was like, wow, this is just like bizarre. I just felt like I'd not done it. Do you know what I mean? It was wow, this is with me. It's great. You can do all sorts at home, but I think people need to realise, and hopefully they are realising that you need that interaction, that human interaction. You need to be, even if you're not even talking to anyone, if you're in a room full of people, you've got other humans around you, and as a species, we need that. And people need to get out and go to gigs. And hey, 10, 15, 20 quid to go and watch some bands for a night. Hey, it's nothing, is it really? Happy to order a Domino's for 20 quid. You might as well go and watch a band, and you can have a couple of pints and see the band. I've got that video now. I'm going to just show it to the people that are watching. I just thought it was really cool. And he's having a good go at it as well, isn't he? He's having a good go at the old drums. There you go. It's going to be a new drummer, I think. I love that. I do like that. And you can tell he's enjoying it as well. So I wanted to share that with everyone. That's cool.
He's a top bloke, he's Mike. So if he's watching,
cool.
Good little artist as well.
Yeah, hey, tell you what, he's your backup drummer. If ever you need one, he's there. He's on it. He's even got a T-shirt. So he's all sorted. It's all sorted. Right, let's see if we've got any more questions coming in. If we've got anything different. Mike is the biggest fan and legend. There we go. We've got any more questions? Oh, yeah, Rob's been on. He's fuming. You didn't know the days. Mad Phoenix is on. She's in Madeira. Pop your questions. Anyone got any questions to ask the guys? I've been asking. I've thrown this in the last couple of interviews, and you can answer it if you want to or not. Room 101. What band or bands would you put in Room 101? You don't have to answer it if you don't want. You don't want to put any in. It's been in. Do you want me to play a track and come back to it, or
no?
It's interesting. This.
Oh. Where do I start?
He's got a list.
Yeah. I'm Mike. Just anything. No, Jeremy, you pick one while I think, because I'm gonna have to pick one, and I'm just.
Oh, there's just too many to pick, isn't it?
Sleaford Mods. Oh God, they're going.
Yeah.
Oh my Christ! The first I seen them. The first time I had any exposure to them was they were supporting the Specials in Leeds.
Yeah.
And I genuinely thought they were taking the piss.
I don't think I've heard of them. Sleaford Mods.
Sleaford Mods. They're like a duo.
Right.
And you've got one guy that stands there pressing play on a laptop, and another guy just ranting obscenities down the microphone. It's like, tiny tits. And I was stood there just watching, and Tom was like, they're like, this is taking the piss. He's like, no, I'm being serious.
I found him.
I want having it all. I did not get it, but they're massive. They've got a right following.
The top tracks had 3 million streams.
Yeah.
And the
I don't
shite.
get it. I will never get
Mark
it.
And Mindy's the top. Mark and Mindy's the top track. Nudge It, Feel Nothing, Job Seeker, Don't Go. They've all got 1 and 2 million streams. Should you have a little listen to one? Let's have a little listen to one. We will do. This is called Feel Nothing.
Kingdom.
I'll zip it on a bit.
Into the scene. Still in love, just a little.
Yeah. That's enough. We've endured enough. They're going in Room 101, definitely. The Sleep. Never heard of them before. Maybe that many people hate them and they've been on interviews. That's why they've had 2 million streams.
No, genuinely, they're genuinely popular bands.
Wow.
So fair play to them. They found something and they ran with it and they've done well. So fair play to them.
Janice, get them on.
Not for me.
No, I
It's
know
not
what you
for
mean.
me.
I know what you mean. That's interesting. What about you? You've got one as well, because it's quite a good question. This, I think. You don't have to. Don't matter. Anyway, forget it. So yeah, I like that question. I think it's a cracker. So when you finish your gigs, how do you kick back? Do you normally stay behind with the fans and have a beer, or do you just go off into a dark room and chill out?
More often than not, we'll stick around. We'll stick around, watch the other bands, have a few beers. Depends on location. If we're all driving, which is not that often, really, we usually go in the same van. But yeah, if we can get a hotel, we'll stay if it's quite far away. If it's local, we might leave our cars and get a taxi home or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually try and stay.
Because after you've done a gig, you're up here after you've come off stage, aren't you? And you've got to find some way of coming down, haven't you, from that activity?
First thing I usually do is just walk straight outside and have a fag.
Yeah.
Every time and just cool down and then go back in and take it all in, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sort of tend to put it down straight outside, have a fag, and then I'm all right. And I come back and sort of.
Yeah, because I don't think
mingle.
people realise that you've got that adrenaline pumping through you for however long you're on stage or however long doing the show, and you've got to come away from that. I mean, you've got to get it out of your system. It's got to go. You know, you're on a downer after that. So do you like? I presume you like playing. Oh God, and you like playing live and touring?
I prefer that to the studio, to be honest. Playing live is what it's all about, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It's a bit, there's a room full of people and you and everyone's having it. There's nothing better at all.
Yeah.
Studio can be a bit laborious, a bit boring, but I enjoy it more now I'm older, the studio, I think. I enjoyed the last time we were in there, which was December, I think we were in there. But it's not the same feel. It's all about getting up there and doing it, innit? And having a laugh.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's not the same for us, but it's like recording a show. We can record a show and then doing a live show or a live breakfast show, whatever. It's totally different because you're on the. There's nowhere when you're doing that. There's nowhere to hide. You can't go. Oh, just rewind that a bit and let's take that bit out. And I like the thrill of the shit can go wrong. I do love that. I love the fact that shit can go, and it does go wrong, and you just roll with it. But the pops and the whistles and the wrong things. It's a live show, so it's a live show. Stuff's going to people accept it, won't they? If you was a studio album and there was a few mistakes, people wouldn't tolerate, would they? Someone's asked, Richard T. Wells, what was your worst live gig? Well, that's an interesting one, wasn't it? Your worst live gig? Have you ever had one?
Well,
Gotta
to
be
play
Holland.
on Gold,
Pardon? No, I think your worst. What was your worst live gig? I think he's asking you, for you guys. Have you had a gig that you went, oh my God, that was terrible?
Yeah,
That'd be Holland.
Holland.
Oh God, yeah. Do you remember that?
So go on. There's a story coming here. We like this one. Carry on. Tell us more.
We were told before we went, you don't need to bring out in terms of amps or backline or whatever. It'll all be there. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Go on. Ready?
They didn't even have a microphone. So we're in Holland, and we've got like a few hours before we're on, and there is nothing. Luckily, we insisted on taking his own drums and guitar amps, but there's no microphone or PA system or anything to do. And there was a DJ booth that took up a good 3/4 of the stage that we couldn't shift. And we were 16, I think. Then we're looking around looking for Jamie, and I find him. He falls out the back of a van, stoned out his head in a big plume of smoke. Just like, this is good. Then I think we're covering an Iggy Pop tune, and I thought, do you know what? Bollocks to it. I'm jumping over the front, and I jumped off the front onto the stage with microphone, and it was like Moses parting sea. Everyone just moved and left me on my own. I was like, stood there.
Did he get the concept of crowd surfing? No.
No, God, no. Everyone just ran off. And just left me. It was horrible from start to finish. The whole experience was a nightmare. Learned a lot.
Yeah, never trust anyone. I mean, I go and do things, and it's like, oh, we've got this, we've got that. No, I did something a bit back. I was doing an install for someone else, a studio. Oh, we've got this, we've got that. You turn up. Good job, I've got an extension lead. I've got X, Y, and Z. Because, oh, no, we've not got anything in that in the room. You know what I mean? Don't never always take your stuff with you. You've always got to take your stuff, haven't you? But that's a nightmare, isn't it? They're strange. I love Holland. It's like me. That's why all our colours are orange. I've lived over there for a year. But they can be a strange peoples. They can. I went to watch Meatloaf in Ahoy, and all the Dutchies just sat round and just like that, as if they were at the cinema. And you could tell all the Brits, because they were all in the middle, all dancing off, and you know what I mean, dancing and partying. And all the Dutchies just sat there watching it. I was like, "What? Come on, this is Meatloaf. Get on with it." But yeah, strange, yeah. But I love him. I love Holland. Oh,
R.I.P. Meatloaf as well, by the way. Bless him.
Yeah, I know, he was good. What an entertainer! That was a great concert. It was absolutely fantastic concert that was. But yeah, we've lost some good ones. So that's the worst one. What's your best one then? What's your favourite one that you've done?
It's got to be Meltdown, I reckon.
Like Germany, yeah.
Yeah.
See, the Germans, I bet they had everything and double everything. I bet they were so military precise, weren't they? Hey?
We played the Friday night, and then they wanted us to do like a matinee Saturday afternoon for them.
Yeah.
And we played the Friday night, got absolutely trashed. And I got taken out my hotel room to the stage we were playing at on the Saturday, and everything had been taken down, moved to the stage and set up exactly how it was on the other stage the night before. And I was there still pissed, just like, this is incredible. This is amazing.
So they moved all your stuff and put it somewhere else. You gotta love the Germans for that, haven't you? They are. They
set everything up. They set my guitar and put the way it was. And everything. Take me out to them. Awesome.
So there's a tip there for any young bands out there thinking of touring. If you get an offer to go to Germany, go there. And if you're going to Holland, take more stuff with you because you're going to need it. You're going to need it.
Yeah. Or just carry on going to Germany.
Yeah, exactly. It's a place I've never been, to be fair. I've never been to Germany. I need to go. I think we'll have another track. We've got this one. It's called Waste My Time. Hopefully I'm not wasting your time. Check this out. Let me see if I can get it on this other one so I have to mute you again. I tried to put you on my other system that brings it in, but it didn't work. I didn't want to do it before. Let's see if it does that. And then I can just take the volume down. I don't have to mute you. No, it's not putting it out. No, I'll have to put it back in here. I know. There you go. Let's get back on this one. Right. It's a system I use every day to do my show, and it's not playing it. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Don't try and sell it to me when it's mine. You melt the brains of millions for a good time. With no one looking around at the things you do. You sadistic operator, you. So now tell me now, what do you want when you got nothing to say? Now tell me, why'd you waste my time? Don't try and steal my thunder when it's mine. You break the hearts of millions for a good time. With no excuses needed for what you do. You sadistic operator, you. So now tell me now, what do you want when you got nothing to say? Now tell me, why'd you waste my time?
Brilliant. So you should be back in the room. I did mute you because I try ask him to unmute. There you go. You're back in. Yeah. This system, I use it every day to do my show, and we won't switch over to play the sounds. Let's see if it does it now. No, it's not having it. Absolutely bizarre. Needs a reboot. Anyway, there we go. Right. Cool. There was a question someone had asked, and I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. We're all struggling with this name. Who came up with the name for the band?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've no idea.
Well, because it's been that long. Have yours been called that from being like 11, 13-year-old?
No. We had a name when we started that was so horrendous.
Right.
That were basically... I didn't want to change it because I was young and I thought it was Ace because it was slightly offensive. But
you're not going to tell us what it was, no?
No.
Someone
we have to do some digging to find that. But let's just say, like, we're advised very strongly because people wouldn't put that name on a billboard.
Right. Okay. All right. We'll get someone to find.
It's not nothing bad.
Yeah.
Bad, but it's a bit embarrassing now. But I've no idea who came up with this name at all.
Yeah. Well,
I assume we have the Jamie.
All I can say is thanks, whoever came up with it. Thanks. I can't even say it. It's a nightmare. Good afternoon, Marquez. Nice to have you on board, brother. There was a question someone said. Our street team, Janice, thanks for doing all the work in the background. She said, can you tell us about making up lyrics while you were live at the Wakefield gig?
Yeah. We tried, well, I say tried, we played one of the new songs that we just recorded in December that they're not mastered and mixed yet, but they'll be out soon. And basically it wasn't finished. So I was making it up as I went along, to be honest, completely. But it's nothing new. I do it for songs that have been written for 10 years. For can't remember, I just make it up.
Why?
I've got this philosophy that if I've written the lyrics, I can't get it wrong.
Well, there's another thing, isn't it? There's artists out there that make a living out of that. It's called rapping, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Speaking of from the top of this one's from the top of the dome, guys. You know what I mean? We're freestyling. Yeah. We're freestyling this one.
I'm not claiming to be like Jay-Z or out like that, but I was specking it up. Man.
Forgot the words. I love it. I think someone asked that question. Oh, someone's asked, who bought you your first guitar?
I found my first guitar.
Right. Okay.
The first one that gave me an interest in it, anyway, in my mum and dad's wardrobe. Right. I got grounded for mooning a dinner lady, and then I wasn't allowed out the house, so I was bored, obviously, and I found this really old, really heavy electric guitar in my dad's wardrobe, and I just started going, wow, what's that? And that gave me my first interest in it.
Excellent. All I can think of now is not your ass. Where's that dinner lady now? Would love to have a chat with her.
Yeah, I'd love to have a chat with her. Mrs. Turgoose, she was called.
Can someone go and find her and see what she's up to? So, I mean, it's quite. I'm going right back to the start of the interview, really. But what got into your head to say let's start a band, and what influenced that? Was it something that triggered it and went, that's what I want to do and I like them? Is there something that did that to you, do you think? Or do you not
Jamie?
know?
Well, I was told I was joining a band, so that's how I was into it.
Yeah. Well, what was you into at the time? Who was your inspiration? You know what I mean? Back then, who were you listening to and thinking, oh, this is awesome?
Back then, my inspirations were like Offspring, D12, even a bit of Britney Spears. I was all over the place.
Yeah, can't knock a bit of Britney. She's good at what she does. If you like that sort of thing, so it's for the right time, for the right moment. Yeah, at the time she was massive, wasn't she? Bit of Britney.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, cool. Pandemic aside, have they faced any challenges that have made them think twice about playing? So I think that's if you're thinking about jacking it all in, or is it a regular thing? What keeps you going?
No. The only challenge is, to be honest, the only thing that makes it hard is when you get older, there's other things that happen in your life, you know, like we get jobs and do this and do that, and there's other things that get in the way, so it can't really be number priority all the time. But as long as I still enjoy it, I'll still do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The minute it becomes a chore is when I'll pack it in, because then there's no point.
No, true. And the other band members can't jack it in until you've just got bored with it, can they, by the sounds of it?
well, as we discussed earlier, they're in the band from my say-so, so they can't leave.
It's like being in a cult. You can't leave it. Do you know what I mean? It's like being in some sort of mafia.
But then I suppose, look at it the other way, they're very lucky in the sense that I haven't replaced either of them after all these years, so... swings and roundabouts.
I tell you what, I'm liking your philosophy, man. We've got a lot of things in common, I'm telling you. So you didn't know how to. Someone's asking a question, learning the drums. Are you self-taught drums, or did you go and have lessons?
I paid for lessons at school for about 2 years, and attended about 2 lessons.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, self-taught.
Right. I say I've got a drum kit here. I can't play. I need to get it set up, and I need to start having a passion. I'm a great air drummer, but I can't drum yet. I've got some.
I used it as an excuse to Skype lessons, really.
Yeah, why not? Go and do something you enjoy doing that's not learning, if you know what I mean. So yeah.
Yeah, like mooning dinner ladies.
I know that's brilliant. I remember back in the day, because I'm a bit older than you. I remember getting caned at school because we started a food fight in the dinner hall. Yeah, throwing food everywhere. I just can still remember it now. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I didn't moon at a teacher, but back then, you see, you used to get caned and everything. It was you could beat kids up. You can't do it now. That's why they're all little shits.
Yeah.
Bring back corporal punishment, I say. See, our teachers were. I don't know if yours were the same. Dab hand with a board rubber on the blackboard like that. Yeah. They could sense it like bats who was dicking about, and turn round without even looking and just throw it, and it hit the person right on the head that was kicking off. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It should have been an Olympic sport, I think. And there you go.
The only thing I ever had thrown at me was a pen lid. That was Mrs. Thomas. She was French, she taught French, and I was abysmal at French. Couldn't be asked.
You don't say.
She hated me. She really hated me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not very good at languages. As you can tell, I'm not very good with English, so put another language in. I hated school, but there you go. It's another thing, isn't it? Right. Should we have another track? I think we should. I've got this. I'm not even asking you what you want playing. I've got Sonder on next. I think this is one of the most recent ones, isn't it? Is it 2020 or something? 20.
It's actually older than the other 3. It just got released later. It got forgotten about, and
there you go.
We're like, oh yeah, we should put that out. That's quite good.
I thought I'd cocked up then. But yeah.
No. It was written long before the other 3 have played. It's been around for a while. We just completely forgot to put it out there.
Brilliant. Why not? Let's have this. You don't have to wait till you're dead till someone finds your lost tapes. You actually find them yourself and push them out there. That's what we like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be right back after this.
Now I can relate to everything
I'm glad you found that and released it because I'm liking it. I love your stuff. It's brilliant. Mind you, having said that, we won't really have anyone on the show that we didn't like. Otherwise, what's the point of that? Anyway, do you know what I mean?
Got Sleaford Mods on next week, haven't you?
You're going to get them. Well, they've got a lot of followers. You know, I'm all about that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to have them on if they're crap. Jamie, I've got a question for you, man. Who would you like to collaborate with and why? Who would you like to be on stage with?
I'd like to do something with Travis Barker.
Right.
He's a busy man. Done a lot. He's got his fingers in everything, including Avril Lavigne at the moment.
See?
Yeah, they've just released a new song. Not literally, Charles.
All right. That's dope, bloody hell.
Excellent.
He's with a Kardashian, I think, at the moment.
Well, someone's got to suffer that, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Rather him than me. No, right?
But yeah, I'd love to do something with Travis Barker. I think he's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Never know. Give him hit him up. Say, come on, let's get on there. So
yeah, I'll give him a call later.
So you've toured Europe. Where would you like to go then? Where would you, Jamie? Where would you like to go that you've not been?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Well, if you're in the locality, see here, you see, there used to be a wall here, and I took the wall down so that I could get a band in. I can just about squeeze 4 people in the room here, and we could do a live stream. So if you're ever in the area, come and do a session for us, a bit of an acoustic. Got a bit of a drum kit. Bring your guitars. We'll have microphones for you, but bring your amps and shit like that.
Yeah.
But we'll have mics. If Eddie last time, I'll tell you a little story now. Last time with first one we did, I said to Eddie, I said, come along, give me a hand with this live stream. Bring some microphones with you, because I had a couple of them. He wasn't giving the microphone. He's just like holding it. I'm give him the bloody microphone, for God's sake. Anyway, he's left one. Your band sat there waiting to perform and needed a microphone on the drum kit. So anyway, if you're in the area, want to do more sessions, I originally started doing deck sessions 2019, and then I had a stroke and I had a brain up, and it sort of stopped things for a little bit. But so what I've done is we've made it, because the band came down from Scotland and they wanted to do an outside gig in November. I went, I'm not doing a gig outside, it's going to be pissing down. So in here. So if you're in Birmingham or you're down this neck of the woods and you want to pop in and do a bit of a session here, give us a shout in my cabin in the garden studio.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sounds all right.
But we want to do more of that this year. We want to do more live sessions and have people here, have a bit of a chat and a bit of a laugh. So there you go.
We'll speak to Rob and he'll definitely tell us when it is and where we should be.
Yeah, Rob, get it on, and if you're lucky, we'll get the pizza oven on and we'll have a few beers.
That sounds perfect.
What I did last time, the last band that we did, 4 of them, I bought them 2 camping couches, and I've got a fold-out settee here, so you can get on that. So you're sorted. You can stay the night.
It sounds like a good idea. That.
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
Rock and roll. Well, we've been on nearly an hour. But have we got any more questions? There was something else. Oh, Rob said that night you did that gig, his wife got pregnant. So I don't know what you must have inspired him or her. You know, the gig when you ad-libbed the words, his wife got pregnant that night. I'm not sure if it's Rob who got pregnant.
No, I don't think it was when I ad-libbed. He's on about Holland because he was actually there.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
He's not saying whether it was him. He's just saying his wife got pregnant. That could be a whole different book, that, couldn't it? So you do the writing. A question for you that I've asked a couple of people. Which track do you wish you'd have written?
Just Like Heaven by The Cure springs to mind straight away.
Oh, nice one.
I love that song.
Excellent.
It's the melodies of it, the way it builds up. It just starts from a bass line, and it's the way it layers. It's just incredible.
Mm.
There's that, and there's all sorts.
Yeah.
To be honest, but the first thing that sprung to mind was that.
Cool. So you said you was in the recording studio at Christmas. Have you got more tracks to come out, or?
Yeah, there's 3 more tunes to come out. They're just getting mastered at the moment, which is taking longer than we'd like. But unfortunately, it's out of our hands because we can't do that sort of stuff ourselves.
Yeah, it's an art
but yeah,
itself.
they'll be out soon. Just keep an eye out. They'll be out soon. The 3 completely different tracks, to be honest. They don't follow the same pattern. They're all completely different from each other, I think. So it's good. I think it's some of the best stuff we've done so far.
Well, if it's anything like the stuff you've produced, and I'm not blowing smoke because what's the point? it's going to be good because I'd like to say every track we've played there, I'd be happy to put them on any show, anytime. Go have a listen to this. Get this on your playlist. Not a problem. They're really good tracks, solid tracks. Oh God, I don't know. Mad Phoenix. They are baby making music. She's saying the baby making music. It must be because his wife got pregnant, so she's putting two together. I don't think there's anything else.
That is exactly why I put the band together.
Yeah.
It was to make babies.
You were there, 11-year-old, frustrated lad in Leeds going, what we're going to do, let's get a band. They're getting all the chicks. How
can I help people shagging a tent? How can I help people do that? How can I make that happen?
Do you know what? That's going to be the title of the blog. How can I make people shagging a tent? You can't have these one-liners, haven't they? They're absolutely brilliant. So, do you spend a lot of your time on social media on the old Twitter? Because it seems like the indie scene is all on Twitter at the minute, which is fantastic. I think. It's
I had to get shown how to use it. Really, it was quite new to me. We started using it, I think, when the pandemic hit, and it was more to do with Rob that says, you need to get on this. It's quite a good community on there, and it has proved fruitful. And we met some great people through it, like Paula in Belfast. Just give us a shout out. And there is a really good community of people that just support each other. Bands that support each other on there. It's good. It's been nice and friendly so far. It's been good.
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of people, we've said it before, say, it's toxic on Twitter. But it's not if you're following the right people, and just unfollow the ones that are toxic. But
exactly.
What we've noticed over the last few months is you guys and the other indie bands that are all doing their own thing are all very supportive of each other. And I think it's hats off to you all for doing that. And it's nice to see that happening. I've not noticed it in any other genres, but I've noticed it with the indie scene and the emerging artists. They're all, someone's posting something, you're sharing it, you're tweeting it, you're interacting. There's a gig here, there's a gig there, and I think you're creating something quite unique. I think it's brilliant. So,
it's good.
So what we're doing we're changing the show that's on a Thursday morning. That's going to be more about this sort of stuff, indie bands, and a place for us to share stuff that's out there rather than the old stuff, and give you a bit of a platform. So we've been on for about an hour. We're fast running out of time. Have you got any questions for us, or do you want to say anything to people out there, your fans or people that have been following you or whatever? Is any messages you want to give out?
Just thank you very much for your support so far, including yourself. Thanks for having us on. And we will hurry these tunes up. We'll have something new for you very shortly.
Well,
all right.
We need it because we need to keep sharing it. And we have a new music show, a couple of new music shows. And we like you're just keeping that stuff coming. It's nice. And we can keep throwing your other stuff in there. And what I've been asking bands to do, doing an ID for us while we're on here. Could you do that for us before you go? Introduce the band, because I'll cock it up. You're listening. We are the Hambergeeers, and you're listening to Duggystone Radio. If you could do that, I'll take it off the video and I'll put it on the station.
All right. Hello, we are the Superlatives, and you are listening to Duggystone Radio.
Fantastic. I should have got you to do that 2 hours ago, and then I could have just put it on, and I wouldn't have had to do anything and messed it up.
As long as everyone remembers, get out there, listen to some bands, buy a tent, get shagging. I'll be happy. Right?
That's a message for everyone. So get down to go outdoors, get a big tent, because we're going shagging. That's what we're doing. You could have it on a T-shirt. In fact, I'm going to have a T-shirt like this. Yeah, Duggystone Radio on the back, and on the back of it, I'm going shagging. But I don't think my wife will like that, so I better not get that.
Why are you not taking it?
No, well, we're covering a gig in May, aren't we? So that's going to be a laugh. I'll be busy working. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to evening. Thanks very much for your time, your openness, your laughs, and the music's brilliant, and we can't wait to share it with everybody. And genuinely, all the best from everyone at the station, the street team, and thanks very much for your time, because I've had a giggle. I've really enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to speaking to you. And remember, come and do a gig here. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted. Definitely get that sorted.
Yeah. Excellent. I'll see you again.
All right. Thank you very much for having us, mate.
Cheers.
Take care.
Take care.
Cheers.
So what do you think of that, people? I think they're absolutely brilliant. A band like all the other bands we've been talking to, we want you to get behind. That's what we're doing it for. We've got a new show coming on Thursday, which is Dougie's Atomic Dustbin. So that's where we're going to be sharing more bands like this. And if you know a band that we should be talking to, get them on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, Duggystone Radio. Get them to message us. Put them in contact with our street team. We'll see what they're doing, what the music's like, and hopefully we'll get them on air. But until next time, thanks very much. We should really have a track to finish off with, shouldn't we, from the band? Let's leave this playing, and I'll see you again. Thanks very much. Thanks for the comments, the shares. There's a track called Gypsy Fighter. This is Duggystone Radio. Introducing. Oh, yeah.
Well, I said, hi, I'm the Gypsy Fighter, and I'm here to give some anecdotes. I don't need to use a gassy lighter, I've enough heat to light my smokes. Well, I don't do propositions, and I don't do hanging around. Well, I hope you're feeling safe here, see the bullet holes in my town. Well, the sound of the river could easy give a shiver if your heart don't beat like a man's in this old town, in this old town. Well, the sound of the river could easy give a shiver if your heart don't beat like a man's in this old town, in this old town. Well, as you know, I'm a gypsy fighter, and I'm here to sort the men from the boys, 'cause I can't lead a weak existence, and I can't keep from making noise. Well, I do hear what you're saying, but it ain't gonna calm me down, and I can't see what you're trying, but it ain't enough to take my crown. Well, the sound of the river could easy give a shiver if your heart don't beat like a man's in this old town, in this old town. Well, the sound of the river could easy give a shiver if your heart don't beat like a man's. Tales to tell in different places, and I've got the bit between my teeth.